Hey, Highlanders, I'm going to go ahead and bring on our best friend here, Irish Matt, to join us with our Highlander Live. This is episode 3. We're going to be focusing in on the local races in the Chicago and Midwest area. Our special guests tonight are going to be Frontline OCR's Ed at Leon. Hello, Ed. How are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Great to see you. Let's bring on our other partner from Abominable Racing, Bill Wolfe. How you doing, Bill? You might be on mute, Bill.
Yep, I'm on mute. I'm doing well.
Somebody was going to do it. So the reason we brought these guys on tonight is to talk about how great our local OCR community is here in the Midwest. A lot of people are stuck on certain brands, the bigger brands, going from one place to another to do the same thing. To me, I don't know about you guys, but that's like eating pizza every day. Yeah, it's good, but after a while, it kind of gets old. And you want to try something different. That's the way I kind of look at local races. One thing that's nice about us is as local races, we have to be innovative every year to keep people coming back. Whereas these bigger bodied races, sometimes they can keep the same obstacles over and over again and still get the people coming in. So not only the innovation, but you also have a great social community. The OCR local community is great. That being said, Irish Matt's been an OCR racer for a while before he started to kind of help us out at Highlander. Matt, what are your thoughts on locals in the area?
To be honest, when I left Ireland, I came over here, short backstory, but when you leave a country, I came over on my own, and you try to have a sense of community around you. There's something that I left back in Ireland. The OCR offers that to me. I know the people. I know the courses. And knowing people is half the battle. A lot of people get nervous and they go to these big places. But having a face or a friendly face or somebody makes all the difference. And I think that's a big one for me. You're supporting local as well. Typically the money will go into that local area. You would like to think so anyway. And that's a big one for me as well. Been trying to do that in my life more often with everything, with my purchases and anything, just trying to spend and buy local. So that to me lends itself well into, a local OCR. I want to encourage, at the end of the day, these races are about promoting fitness and health and fitness. And that brings with it mental health, promoting good mental health, all the good things that go along with exercise. And so the local races for me, are just paramount. And you get to sleep in your own bed. I don't like to drive to 10, 15 miles or 150 miles away, or not, hours, I should say, hours. And what I'm trying to say. So
Bill's probably wondering what that feels like.
You get to
travel 100 miles to go to races.
So that, in a nutshell, it just gives that sense of community, that family feel, and that's important for me. And I want my kids to grow up around these other kids and other people that are good role models, in my opinion. I mean, they're out, they're exercising, they've got goals, they're challenging themselves, they're pushing themselves. Who doesn't want to be around people like that? So yeah, that in a nutshell, that's it for me. Why I do local.
So all of you that are out there watching, you might be wondering who that other person is there. That's Irish Emmett that's hanging out with us today.
Hello, Emmett.
He's a future OCR star coming up here.
Yeah, so I'm babysitting Judy tonight.
Yeah. It's not babysitting if it's your own kid.
Well, yeah, you know what I mean.
I know what you mean. We're just messing with you. Speaking of community, speaking of business partners that are local, I know Bill with Abominable Racing, you have a lot of locals up there in Wisconsin and some in Northern Illinois that support you. Can you tell us a little bit about, I know a lot of people know what Frontline and Abominable are, but there may be a couple, Highlanders that have never heard of you or somebody that's picking this up for the first time. Can you just kind of give us a description on what you guys do at Abominable Racing?
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Matthew, for the feedback. It's always good to hear from the racers and, how we can improve the racer experience. But yeah, so the Abominable Snow Race is an OCR in the dead of winter. It is, it's the proof that OCR is a four-weather sport. So there's a handful around the country. Folks that are crazy enough to get out and host an OCR event in the middle of winter. You get all new challenges in the middle of winter. You get the freezing temps. That puts a lot of hardship on some of the equipment. Certainly the team, the volunteer system, but it provides a unique racer experience. Our average temps have been, somewhere in the 25 to 30 range. We like them a little colder. We like to get down in the 10, 15 with 6 to 12 inches of snow. But as soon as you, get half mile into the race, you don't even really feel the cold. And if you remember, when you were younger, I know my kids were this way. You go out, you don't really feel that cold. You're more interested in getting outside at that time of year, enjoying what Mother Nature, has, building snow forts and having snowball fights and sledding. So, Abominable Snow Race really kind of captures that spirit, of the Yeti and of our childhood. To get out and play, get off the couch, get outside in the middle of winter, and do something that you wouldn't normally do. So we have the benefit of working with Frontline OCR, Highlander, Strong as Oak, Heart Fitness. I know I'm missing a few here.
Race Ready.
Race Ready, yes, I can't forget Race Ready. Dana, kill me. Case Creek in Missouri is another good one. Warex down in Ohio. There are so many great local events, and they seem to be sticking around for some time, and that's because the community really enjoys that local feel. I think you touched on it, Chad, at the front here. We have the ability and to put our heart and soul into these races and to make it unique each year. So to change up the obstacles, to change up the course, to change up this racer swag, the medals, right? I mean, Frontline has a new medal and a new mission every single year, which is great. So versus cookie cutter, getting the same thing every time. So nothing wrong with that. I mean, Spartan and Tough Mudder and Savage and all of them have paved the way, have done a great job to build the sport, and very grateful for everything that they do. But there's a market for these smaller races, and I think you can tell from the communities that we've built. I mean, you go to Frontline or Strong as Oak event, Heart Fit, you're seeing the same folks. You're seeing folks that people that you've raced with probably multiple times throughout the year at different events. And you're experiencing something new with them. So yeah, I mean, a whole snow race is just that. It's about fun, fitness, family. In the dead of winter, getting out and challenging yourself to do OCR as a four-weather sport.
Bill, you had said try something new. Speaking of trying something new, what do you got coming up in November?
Yeah, so we are now rebranding as Abominable Racing. You see it there in the upper left, and with that, we're expanding into new events. Our ultimate goal is to get 4 events a year. It will take some years to build up to that, but we are adding a new trail race this November at Lake Geneva Zipline and Adventures Park. Same location as we are at the snow race, but it's just trails, just you and the trails. And I personally, I ran track and field, all the way through college. I was a decathlete, multi-event. I fell in love with obstacle racing back in 2011 out in California at a local Myriad of Mud Run. It was took my kids. My kids was about the age of your son, Matt, there. And he went up into the mud pits up to his neck. I mean, it was just great. I came there by myself, just with my family, and I left with 10 friends, and that's what OCR is about. And then I reached out to other races. One of my favorite is Ragnar Trail. And I just absolutely love, camping over, 2-3 days, the camaraderie that comes with it, and challenging yourself on the technical trail. So we're leaning into the trail race arena here, local in Lake Geneva on November 18th. We'll have 3 distances, 5K, 15K, and 30K. You can run as an individual, any one of those distances. Or if you'd prefer, you can run as a team relay of 2 or 4, and that team relay would take on the 30K. So we'll have a 5K loop and a 10K loop. They'll be moderately technical, and you can expect probably about 1,000 to 1,500 feet of elevation between the two, elevation gain between the 2 trails. We know the 5K is about 1,100, and the 10K will probably be closer to 1,600. So they're beautiful trails, single track trails, very well marked. They've got hiking and running and mountain bike all year round, along with their zip line and ropes course. So we're really fortunate to call Lake Geneva our home, and we're looking forward to bringing this new event to the racers. So we're reaching out beyond OCR, trying to get ultra runners, connected with OCR, and we're trying to get OCR connected with these, the trail race spirit. So I think we'll have a nice cross. We will have an obstacle right there in the middle of the festival area at the trail race, so that those that have never, done an obstacle race, can kind of get a feel for it while they're on. Yeah, it should be a good time. We'll have food trucks, and our partner Topsy Turvy Craft Beer, local to Lake Geneva, will be out on site. Music, games, all the rest. So a lot of OCR community.
Very cool.
Yep.
Bill, is there any special signups? Like if you sign 2 or 3 up at once, you get a discount or anything like that right now?
We don't have multiples just yet. We will as the pricing schedule or the registration schedule progresses. Currently, it's $35 for the 5K. It's $45 for the 15K, and it's $55 for the 30K. Those prices will hold through September. If you sign up for the trail race and the snow race at the same time, you get 10% off both races.
Okay, so there's your multiple discount right there.
Yep.
Nice.
All you got to do is that you'll see it. Bundle, Abominable bundle as you go into either the trail race or the snow race registration, and it'll walk you through. You'll sign up individually for each one of the events. Pick your swag and all the rest.
So let's see here. My camera may be delayed a little bit. I'm trying to. Oh, it's the first thing on there. So when you go to Bill's website for the trail race to sign up, it gives you the first option of Abominable Trail and Snow Bundle for the 10. That's the first thing you'll see. So really easy to find, guys. I encourage you to do both. And speaking of encouraging you to do a race, why don't we talk to Ed a little bit about Frontline OCR?
Hey, thanks, Chad. Appreciate the opportunity to talk with everyone, especially those who don't know about some of the other local races. But as Matt mentioned, and as we're all talking, local races for me is phenomenal because of the community. I mean, the OCR community is, I think, what sets everything apart. I mean, people you meet there are positive, they're encouraging, and you see them at all the other events. And we're blessed to be able to partner up with you guys and work with the same group of people and keep them coming back. And that's the phenomenal thing, is like, these people are not one-time customers, they're repeat customers, which to me says that we're doing something right. We're providing them an opportunity to experience something that they wouldn't experience on a big brand level, which is okay. I mean, I'm not knocking them because I do go to their races, but we have to work a little bit harder to bring something unique and special and different to get people to come in and check us out. So I'm excited of, going forward with this.
Awesome. So can you kind of go over what options someone would have at Frontline?
Yes.
Kids course, is there an elite
we have a kids course, and I think what we've done differently with the kids course in the last couple of years is we've had the kids start right at the adult line, and then they run about a mile or so in through themselves on a different side of the course, but they get that feel of being with the announcer, and they get that energy boost going in, and then they also earn the same medal and same t-shirt. So it's kind of an economic way for us to, order a lot more medals, a lot more shirts, is having the kids earn the same ones. So it gives them that ability to, get what the adults are getting as well. So that's something we're going to continue evolving. I think our race director there, Bill Wolfe, killed it recently with the course. And the reason I know why he killed it, the course is phenomenal, because I had to pick all the tape up afterwards.
I was blessed to be the race director of the kids course at Frontline.
Oh, you crushed it, man. You crushed it.
It's a lot of fun. And to have them start, under that warp wall with the parents, that's just highlight of their day for sure.
I think so too. Those kids were they were just floating afterwards, running around and just having a great time. So yeah, definitely. We appreciate your help on that, Bill.
Oh yeah. Yep.
And then your elite was, I don't know if you covered this, let's talk about the vests.
Yeah. So one of the unique aspects of the race that we host is that our elites at the Special Forces Division have to run with 16 pounds of plated body armor. And we do that to kind of replicate the hardships that a first responder or a military personnel would carry extra gear in the field. So if you've ever done any of that type of work, carrying extra gear makes things a little more difficult. And when you match that up with getting over obstacles where the body armor doesn't flex to get up, it's even more challenging. And it's sort of like a trophy for them. So if they complete the course without any failure and they don't quit and they complete it, even though they might not win, they get to earn that vest. And that's a kind of a cool trophy to get. And I can see why these men and women who are out there are so excited. I have a lot of respect for them who do it and attempt it, because that's not easy. I've just run with that vest, and it is very challenging. So that's one of the offerings that we provide is the weighted special forces. And then for the really insane runners, the multiple lappers, we have the endurance, which is the same course. Everyone, I'll go backwards. Everyone on the adult side runs the same course. It's 6 miles, over 30 obstacles, and everybody runs the same course. The only difference with the special forces, they do it with a weight, and it's mandatory completion. Endurance, unlimited laps with no weight, and they have to have mandatory completion. And then we have our Heroes Competitive, which is honoring those who serve or have served, and we allow them to race. We also make allowances for family and friends of theirs who want to participate. We kind of honor that they're kind of helping them so they can race for podium positions in that. And then we have our Open Waves, which again is a 6 mile course designed for everyone to participate in. So you could be a beginner, or you can be a seasoned obstacle course racer and make it what you want. So you can go in there as a beginner and just have fun. You're going to be challenged, absolutely, 100%. It's not an easy course at all. But I think everyone smiles, and you look at the photos, you catch them, they're having a good time, even though it's a very challenging course for them. That's sort of what we have going on for the upcoming race.
Do you have any deals or partnerships or anything that anybody needs to be aware of?
Not yet, because we're so far off still. I mean, we're not going off until May. So we're not offering any discounts, because right now our pricing is super low. I mean, Labor Day, we're going to increase the prices, but right now they're dirt cheap. So for people to get on board right now, you're probably going to save some money. And then later down the line, we'll add the discount codes, and we'll add some package deals as well, some BOGOs. But right now the price is very low that we just can't justify giving a discount at the moment.
Yeah, we'll touch base and reach out through our post-race email to kind of remind people to sign up for both of your races after our race, which kind of jealous, Ed. Yours is in May. We got less than 3 weeks before our
I know.
We're starting to get into that panic mode. Do I got everything ready? So,
yeah.
One thing too, the last live that we did, I think some people got a little confused when we were talking about the 4 mile and 8 mile course coming up, about moving intermediate obstacles and making it. Some were asking, is it making it easier? No, it's not making it easier. We're moving the intermediate obstacles to the 4 mile for the first timers, and then all the harder, more technical rigs will be in that back 4 section. So if you want to do all the super duper difficult stuff, choose the 8 mile race. We'll still have tilt to kilt right at the end. Gauntlet will be at the end, and that's for everybody. But we're going to move some more of the intermediate stuff into that 4 mile, just for some of those bigger groups and families that want to run. So it doesn't diminish, all the technical stuff that you're used to. It just puts them more in a certain area than opposed to another area. So that being said, if you sign up right now in honor of our locals here, Bill and Ed, if you use code LOCAL, you'll save 25% on any heat at Highlander coming up. That's September 9th. It's going to be all day. Most of the morning heats are filling up. I think we're down to like 11 a.m. is the earliest you can come out now. So just go ahead and sign up. If you're running with a friend that's on a team that's earlier, just send me an email. We'll take care of you so you guys can run together. But again, we have a kids course. Goes off twice during the Highlander Assault day, and that kids course, Scotty McFitness, our mascot, will be knighting all the kids, so they'll get to take a knee and get the sword on their shoulders and all that stuff, and then get off. They also get a t-shirt and medal as well. So Matt, did you have anything else?
I just seen a comment there in the comment section. Yogi Grand, can we get an Illinois discount? So I think what he's trying to say is if we sign up for Frontline, Abominable, and Highlander, he had brought that up. That could be something to look into, I guess, in the future moving forward. If we kind of keep our local runs all together and have the same sort of racers, go to that one, this one, and this one, then we'll get. But I mean, that's up to you, boy. You are the top dogs when it comes to those decisions. But I just reading all the comments and I appreciate seeing them. But that one stuck out to me. I thought that was a good idea.
Yeah. So can you hear me okay?
Yep. Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll address that. I think we've tried kind of talking about things like that in the past. I think one of our obstacles, and we can look into it again, is I think you guys are on one registration platform, right? Are you guys on the same one?
We're on Run Sign Up, yes.
Okay, so I need to get in gear and get off of active, is what you're saying. So, but we'll try to figure something out. That's a great idea. Something maybe we can talk about after this race.
Yeah, we're definitely all in on that.
Yeah, some of the other comments we had. Good thing that you shouted out Strong as Oaks Rec Bag because Yogi's been listening. Franco Spartan says hi.
Hey, Franco.
Franco.
Trish says hi to everyone. So for you guys that don't know, volunteers are huge for us locals as well. Trish is one of those that's volunteered for all three of us. You want to be part of the community. You really want to help out and keep these things going. Volunteer to help us out because we can't do it without the volunteers. We just don't have budgets where we can hire, permanent labor.
Yeah.
This is only like a job for us. It's more passion than a job. So
I agree.
I don't know what you guys think. Am I on that? Yep. Okay.
I think you're 100% on point with that. The volunteers are critical to the operational functioning of the events.
Yeah, the
like
safety
behind the
of the
scenes.
racer, right? The racer experience. I mean, they're critical. You live and die by the volunteers. We're so grateful for them.
Yeah.
They really are the VIPs of the day.
Definitely.
Right, for sure. Sarah Lynn.
I have to say that because Trisha's listening, especially Trisha.
Yeah.
Yes. I was out with her at Highlander this morning and it was so hot we had to leave.
She's complaining on here about freezing build week. Now she's too hot.
Yeah. I'm not joking, man. It was like Hades up there today.
Oh, really?
So
yeah.
I gave her props for even showing up. It was just me and her this morning.
We love you, Terry.
Sarah Lynn says, God bless our military. Probably talking about when Ed was talking about how it's military themed and focused.
Oh yeah. You know what? One thing I want to tag on that, and I'm glad you mentioned that. One of the things that we recently did was we converted the race event to a 501c3, meaning that our mission really is to get as many entries as we can to provide for first responders and veterans. So that's one of the things that we really enjoy doing is getting these men and women out there on the course and racing. and getting an opportunity to change their lives. And I think that's a big thing that I should have mentioned earlier, is that the genesis for the race was to get men and women on the course so that they can cope with the PTSD and connect with pro-social groups like Strong as Oak, Heart Fitness, and other teams that are out there. And then from there, they can start healing. And once they're healing, they can bring other people into the program and help them heal. And I can't count on how many people I met at Spartan races and at different events where their veterans were saying that they were suicidal and OCR saved their lives. So that was kind of the impetus for us to create an event that would bring these people to the forefront and acknowledge them. So I'm glad that comment was there made, because it jogged my memory on why we are doing this race.
I'd like to jump off the back of that too. I came across Operation Enduring Warrior. They were down in Warax, and very much the same. Just I met these wonderful people, and they shared some of their stories. And if it wasn't for these events, that, you know, they'd be at a loss. And seeing some of these guys, you know, sometimes I complain about the cold or this, that, and the other. We have brave men and women that, you know, service members that are without a limb or without, you know, on in a wheelchair being carried over. And I've never seen anything like it. And that's another reason why I like to do these events. You know, some people think they have it bad, but there's people, everybody's struggling, you know, with something. But seeing these wonderful, wonderful individuals and the great causes. So I would like to shout out to Operation Enduring Warrior once again. And I did notice that with your event too, Ed. There's, you know, and all our events offer something different, you know. Bill's as well. Abominable is just wonderful. Frontline, fantastic. Everything's different, but it's fundamentally it's the same, you know, getting people out there and
get them moving.
People, you know.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah, I was really glad you guys got that foundation set up, and it really connects home with me. My brother's 21-year veteran, retired CW03 from the Marines, and 3 tours, and you know he deals with that, you know, things that he's seen and experienced overseas. He needs that connection, and we're right now going through the 75 hard program. We're 23 days in.
Oh, that's tough, man.
Yeah, he's loving it. You know, he's really liking the camaraderie. So he hasn't come out yet to race, but I think I'm working on him. So if he's listening today, Matt, you're coming out. You're coming out for the snow race, coming out for Frontline. We got to do the rec bag. Maybe Michelle Stoller will let me have my brother as a partner.
and we got Matt. We got him covered too. So if he wants to come, he's racing on a sponsored entry.
Got no excuses now.
Nope, it's free. Come on.
Hey, can I just drop our charity as well? For the last couple of years, as we've returned to Lake Geneva, we've partnered with Lake Geneva Food Pantry, and you know, between the proceeds of the race and the big hearts of our racers, we've been able to raise $10,000 in cash over the last 2 years, donated, and over 1 ton of perishable or non-perishable, food donations. So thank you, everybody. We'll be partnering with them again this year. They'll be on site, both at the trail race and the snow race. So it's our way of, you know, kind of giving Lake Geneva a hug and, you know, putting some of the proceeds back into the community.
Great job with that, Bill.
Those are some really great people. I met them at the brewery where people were dropping off at Christmas time. Those are some really nice people, and kudos on finding a great partner like that.
Oh, they come out and they battle the cold. They're all bundled up, you know. They're enjoying a craft brew. I love them. Mary Ann and her team, they're just amazing.
All right, guys, let's go ahead and go through some of these final questions and comments before we go. I don't want to leave anybody out. So I got again, Jason Finnegan. What about doing something like Ohio did? I'm assuming their series where you run 3 and you get a bonus medal. We had talked about that before. Maybe something in the future. Just, you know, running these races as far as administering and putting these things on is not as easy as sometimes people think it might be. So being able to balance getting our regular jobs and things together, and then our own races, let alone trying to coordinate those things, it gets a little difficult. maybe at some point we can find a middleman that can organize that for us and put something together with us. But for now, I don't think you're going to see that this year. Maybe in a year or two, we can do something like that. I'm sure Bill and Ed would be totally down for something like that as well.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I know we've been talking about it.
Every year, right?
Every year it comes up. Man.
That's going to happen.
It will. We got to get the timing right because we're throughout the year. January, May, and September, and October's.
Ed went Black Ops.
Yeah, I did. I'm trying to figure out what the hell I did.
You didn't turn into a cat.
Where am I going here? I'm completely
one
flying
other
blind
thing.
here.
Go back to your settings and see if you turn the camera off
Okay.
on the Streamlabs. While we're waiting on Ed to come to the light, Trish made a good point in the comments. She says, and this goes for every single one of our races. If you have a group of like high school kids, debate clubs, scouts, Catholic schools that do need service hours signed off on, a lot of schools, you have to get a certain amount of service hours as part of your curriculum. By all means, we would be glad to sign off on those hours to have them come out and kind of see how the business runs and help us out. So if you have somebody that is looking to do service hours, reach out to Bill at abominablesnowrace.com, myself, Chad at HighlanderAssault.com. And Ed, I'm sorry, what was yours?
It's frontlineocr@gmail.com.
Okay, frontlineocr@gmail.com.
Yes.
Bill at Abominable Snow Race and Chad at HighlanderAssault.com. If you have anybody that's interested in volunteering, go ahead and reach out. We'd be glad to have you. Let's see what else we got here. Somebody else here that's a volunteer that we see all the time. Just wanted to make sure that we saw Kim Hoban.
Kim and
Rose.
Rose. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So they're always out.
Kim and Rose.
Yeah. Thank you, ladies. We appreciate your help. We look forward
They're
to
super
seeing you
volunteers.
Yep.
Yeah, always a nice big hug too for us. Always very pleasant.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Always great to see their smiling faces and their
And
positive energy.
Rose will sit out there and hand out, when we used to do bands for the King Arthur's Challenge, for some of you that don't know, that's our marathon distance. Sit in the chair and hand these bands out and not abandon her post the entire day. She just likes doing it. So we really appreciate that. And kudos to you, because I couldn't do that for that long. Even Matt can't do it for that long because he can.
Takes a special sort of person. Yeah, I take my hat off to people that can do that. That's why I always thank the volunteers. I always say, even at the rugged I did there at the weekend, just all it takes. Thank you for volunteering. It means a lot to the people, and they're out there giving their time. And they don't have to be there, and they are. So acknowledging that is a good thing too as a racer, I think.
Absolutely. So a question from Rich. He wanted to know why there's a race website called Run Guides and none of our races show up on it. So I think we'll look into that, Bill. Run Guides. If you get information on it before I do, if you could share, and I'll do the same.
Run Guides.
RUNGUIDES.
It's like
I've never heard of them.
OCR buddy or
like a mud run guide or something.
Your mud run guide.
Yeah, we'll look into it, Rich, to see if we can get all three of us on there. Yogi has a good idea, Bill, for the three races. Instead of a medal, maybe we do a bonus like super patch where you get a patch. Yeah,
really good.
Maybe we use that logo. I couldn't find it. The one where we have the Yeti in the middle and the soldier and the knight.
Yeah.
I love that one.
That's a good one.
The event.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
I think that's a good one.
Maybe we could do a patch because those are a little more cost effective. Good idea, Yogi, for once.
Yeah. If Yogi asks, you got
good ideas today.
I know. I don't know what's wrong with him. He must be sick. He's coming up with all the good ones today. Hey, Trish, if you missed those email addresses for us three gentlemen, Trish has added those to the comments section. So when this live ends, you'll be able to go back and replay this on Facebook for 30 days, Twitter and YouTube, it'll stay up unless we take it down. So you'll be able to go there to any of the Highlander Assault pages and find those things. Let's see what else we got.
I'm still here. I just can't figure out this damn camera.
That's okay.
I can't help but think about the gentleman who was going to court in front of the judge. Who was
the cat.
cat video? Yes, I'm just waiting for you to come on.
Yogi, we were just
don't give me any ideas.
Yogi says 1 for 22.
1 for 22.
So Jamie Vincent says we should have 3 patches that make one giant completed puzzle.
There you go.
Yeah.
These are some good ideas here. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Need something big to put that patch on then.
That would be huge, yeah. So Bill also added in the line here, if you really want to reach out to him, instead of using his email, use the contact email of mail@abominablesnowrace.com. So that's in the comments as well. I don't have anything else unless you guys have anything that you want to talk about, promote, or remind people about local races. We'll go ahead and Matt, your final thoughts.
Well, as Frank Botello had just mentioned or asked a question, when is the next volunteer? We can reach out to you, Frank, and let you know about that one. So
we'll be out, Lloyd, our safety director, and myself, and I don't know if Mike will be out. He has to work at the police department the night before, but we'll be out Wednesday morning, no later than 9:30, and then Thursday again at 9:30. The next weekend will probably be, I don't know if Mike's going to be out there with the crew this weekend or not. I will be out there potentially Sunday afternoon. So I'll let you guys know. We'll update everybody on all of our social media, but Wednesday, Thursday for sure. And then we'll update you after that. Other than that, Matt, anything else?
I'm just looking forward to the trail run, the Abominable trail run. Really looking forward to just not have any obstacles for a change and just a nice run. I think it's fantastic. It'll bring in different types of people, and you're right.
I think so.
Well,
yeah.
You know, they can see a few obstacles. They're just doing a run, and then they go, you know what? I might try a few of them obstacles, and that's how we get more and more people. Because a lot of people are afraid, and they see all these ripped athletes, and it's good to have them. But it's we gotta branch out, and I'm really looking forward to that trail. As I always look forward to the Frontline, obviously. But the trail run I'm excited for. So that's really cool.
Yeah, and I've got some new guys coming out to your event, Chad. So it's good that the 4 mile option is going to be there so that they can get their feet wet.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where we were going with that. I don't want to not that the harder, more difficult stuff like you have at Frontline isn't appealing, but it can be overwhelming a little bit if it's your first time out. So that's why we wanted to make it challenging, but not like super duper ass kicking, for that first 4 miles. So basically for the 8 milers, they'll run 2 miles with the 4 miles. Then they'll split off and do a 4 mile loop with some of the more difficult and come back and do 2 miles or more of the intermediate. So they're kind of finishing, kind of coming back down, and then they'll hit that tilt to kilt right at the end. So Bill, just so you know, you're going to be happy. The snow thrower is coming out of retirement.
Yes.
It's going to be the Castle Catapult.
Okay.
Same deal.
All right. I'm going to bring a bell to ring after that one.
Yeah.
That giant farm bell that we got that.
It's not my original design, just so you know.
Okay.
We're
looking forward to the Highlander event coming up. We will be there on site. We'll have a tent. Stop by, come and see us. I'm going to sign up for the 8 mile. I don't know if Tom Abraham is on, our course director, but I hear he might come out of retirement and run Highlander. Yes. Nice. He's doing 75 hard with me, and we've got.
Are you guys? Oh, nice.
Yeah, we got about 15 of us doing that.
I'm not familiar with that one. Is that one? Is that because of your age, or what is the 75 for?
It's a mental discipline program. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've heard of it.
A lot of water, a lot of working out, reading,
Gotcha.
Diet. So, but it's great getting everything I wanted out of it. And no drinking so I can't enjoy a beer at the end of Highlander, but
Well, we can make sure we have a couple non-alcoholics if you want.
that would be great. Yeah. No, it's great. Enjoying the program, and it's getting me in Highlander shape here. So
Yeah,
Code
kind of
is
noticed a little
local.
stare in the face there.
I know I have. I've lost about 7 pounds since we started.
Right.
And I just ran 10 miles today. So
Oh,
I'm
wow.
finding my love for running again.
Good work.
Yeah.
Well, you'll be ready for the 8-mile course. Absolutely.
I think so. Yeah. The trails are going to be a little bit different, than I run on the road here locally.
Mhm.
But the trails in the hills will give me a little trouble, but I'm looking forward to it, and getting back out, and the program's doing just what I wanted it to do. It's helped me find my love again for running. Like I said, ran track and field for 10 years. So, but we'll use that code local for Highlander Assault, get our 25% off. And Tom, if you're listening, I just committed you.
He just volunteered you.
That's right. You can run the first mile, so you can run you can get back to the 10th.
He can wait. He'll wait for you after the 2 until you get back from the extra 4.
Yeah, it would be
Nice
great.
and
Yeah,
rested
just
for the
sit there
last
and
2.
Oh, there he is.
Oh,
Tom Abraham
Tom's in the
joined.
chat, Bill. Tom's
Oh,
in the
he
chat.
is?
You have any questions for him?
Oh, yes, sir. Yes. Tom, are you going to do the 4 mile or the 8 mile Highlander? Tom is coming out of retirement. I think he might. We'll see. I might be putting him on the spot here, but
It says
4, he said.
LMAO. Looks like there's no turning back.
okay, he's going to go for the 4.
Oh, then he puts 4.
That's good. Yeah, that's great. Get the toe
Four's
in the
better than
water. It's great. I think we're gonna me and I believe Sherry and Tom, and we're gonna find one other. We're gonna do the 4-person 30K relay at the trail race. So,
Oh, wow. That's cool.
yeah,
That is cool.
yeah, it's amazing. We got quite a few
Maybe we need
teams.
to do that, Matt.
Yeah, I think we will. We'll have Highlander will be there, of course, but I'll reach out to our team and see if we can bunch them into 4s or whatever and do that, or we'll look into that. But
Those that want to
another
do a
great thing about this
5K, and then
videos.
the others can do a 10K.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fantastic.
We got Josh the Juice on now.
Oh,
Josh. Super volunteer.
Yes, he is.
Another one.
Yeah.
Josh, come out and help me. I'll be out Wednesday and Thursday.
All the
All right,
familiar
guys.
faces.
Ed,
Yes,
do you
sir.
have any closing thoughts?
No, I'm looking forward to getting out to your course in September and see everyone. It's always great reconnecting with all the racers that support each other. Definitely looking forward to the trail run, and I know that I'll be out there for sure. I'll see if Jay Nichols is coming along,
Yes.
but definitely it's going to be interesting because I dislike running on pavement, but I like running on trails.
Yes, I'm with you.
That's so much more fun. So looking
Mhm.
forward to that.
Very cool.
That's
All right,
gonna be-
guys.
We'll see you in September. A few weeks
Yep.
here.
Make sure everybody checks out Abominable Trail Race, Frontline OCR, and don't forget, less than 3 weeks from today, Highlander Assault, HighlanderAssault.com. Use code locals. If you guys, all 4, you can just stick around for 1 second. Once we end the broadcast, you'll still be on our screens. We'll take a quick chat and then we'll get everybody out of here. So I wanted to thank our guest, Bill Wolfe. Thank you, Bill. Thank you, Ed. And as
You're welcome.
always, thank you to my friend, Irish Matt Boyle.
Thank you as well, Chad, for putting this together. This is a great idea. Thank you too.
Absolutely. I love chatting with all my locals. This is a
Your air conditioner kicked
down in the southern suburbs somewhere,
Sure,
So
it's back.
I'm back.
absolutely. I'm going to go ahead and you finally
He's back.
made it. All right, so you guys get to see Ed one more time before we close out. I'm going to go ahead and
Yeah.
send us
Thank
to
you
our
everybody for joining. This is great. All the
Yeah.
interaction.